57.7 million people watched the Chiefs-Bills game on CBS Sunday night. I was one of them. I bet almost every single one of you out there was one of them. This is the second highest rated non-Super Bowl game in the history of the NFL. I think this ties in to a certain extent with the larger issue in play here, which is the NFL is still setting basically record highs, and college football is floundering. Why? I mean this honestly. Why would only 22 million people watch Ohio State Notre Dame and 57.7 million people would watch Bills Chiefs? Why would the audience nearly triple? Now, part of it's on CBS, part of it's the NFL, but I think if you're a college football fan like me, you got two big brands, Notre Dame and Ohio State. Why are there 3 times as many people who will watch a Final Four game in NFL than will watch the final game in college football? What is college football doing that it doesn't grab all of these other people who clearly love football? And don't even get me started. I'm not even talking about the casual fan, because over 100 million people are going to watch the Super Bowl. I've been on this rant for my entire media career. Who are the people that don't watch the NFC and the AFC championship game and then suddenly show up and watch the Super Bowl? 2 weeks before, you're not willing to watch the Final Four teams play, but then on Super Bowl Sunday, suddenly over 100 million people watch? I don't understand that. I've never understood who these people are. I watch an embarrassing amount of football. I watch pretty much every football game that matters. On football, college football Saturday, I turn on the games at 11 a.m., and I oftentimes do not finish watching games till after midnight. Trust me, much of my life, I sit around saying, man, I give away a lot of September and October Saturdays, which probably is the best weather. Certainly October is. If you ask me to power rank months, I think late September, early October, to all the way through Halloween, the best time of the year, right? It's typically not super hot, typically not super cold. The leaves are changing. Everybody gets dressed up and throws and goes and has parties on Halloween. It's the best time of year. I give away all those Saturdays. I'm going to sound like my wife. I give away all those Saturdays to sit and watch college football. College football should happen in like January and February when the weather's awful and nobody else wants to do anything but sit on the couch and watch games. My rant. Best time of the year, non-football season, May. The 2 best months of the year, power ranked, May and October. You can argue other months, you will be wrong. I love everything about May. I love everything about October. In fact, when my kids eventually leave and go off to college, and I sound like Bill Cosby now because I was looking at the calendar the other day. Remember when Bill Cosby was just, all he wanted was his kids to leave the house? That was the subtext of the entire Cosby Show. Go back and watch the Cosby Show. Bill Cosby is just like, when are these kids going to leave? When do I get my house back? When do I get back control of my life? My youngest is 10, and it sounds like 8 years sounds like a long time. 8 years is going to pass like this. My oldest just turned 17 yesterday. Next year, he goes off to college. So my 10-year-old, I'm trying to do as much as I can with them. They're going to be gone soon. I'm going to go to the beach for the entire month of May. Best thing about COVID, I took my family to the beach for the entire month of May. You go back and look at my tweet. I was like, everything's shutting down. Kids aren't going to school. How often are we going to be able to go to the beach for the month of May? I took the whole family down to Florida. We spent the whole month of May at the beach. I was like, how often are the whole school going to be shut down? All the sports are going to be shut down. Kids have got nothing going on. Let's just go to the beach for the month. In fact, my middle son, when 2020 ended and everybody was like, thank the Lord, we've made it through 2020. I can't wait for 2021 to get here. My middle son said 2020 is the greatest year of his life. I was like, what do you mean by that? He said, Dad, they shut down school in March and we didn't ever have to go back. We got to go to the beach for the whole month of May. And because everything was shut down, you and Mom were always here just to hang out and play. It's the best year ever. Kind of an interesting perspective. Most people would disagree. My 10-year-old's perspective was 2020 could have gotten better. And if you think about it, when you were a kid, you got a snow day that was unexpected. It was the greatest day ever. These knuckleheads got the whole school year canceled. One day in March, they woke up, they didn't have to go to school, and they didn't have to go to school again until August. This is like the best thing ever could happen for my 10-year-old. I don't even know how I got off on all this, but 57.7 million people watch Chiefs Bills. Who are the people that will show up and watch the AFC Championship game and will not show up and watch the college football championship game? If I were in charge of college football, I would get on the phone with CBS and Fox, who also have college football games, and I would say, give me all the data on this. Who is in our untapped market? Why are we not delivering for all of these people out there that are huge football fans but are choosing not to spend their time watching the college football playoff? Because I want to grow the game. I want to grow everything that we do. I want to grow everything that we do at OutKick. I want us to get bigger and better. If I was the college football commissioner, or if I were Greg Sankey or Tony Petitti or Jim Phillips out there running Brett Yormark, all these different major conferences, I would want to get the data on why are we not getting all of the NFL fans. I understand you're not going to get them all. Why can't we get half of them? Why can't we get half of the audience or 60% of the audience that watches the AFC Championship game? Now, we're going down. We got a big crew that's going down for the Super Bowl next week. Excited about that. Be fun to be in New Orleans. But I do question, because I saw these numbers too, the Washington-Philadelphia game only had 44.2 million viewers. Now, part of it's doubleheader. Second game should be higher rated. The game was way better, went into the evening, Sunday night, way better of a lineup. I get it. My concern is Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes has turned into a modern-day version of Peyton Manning against Tom Brady. It's Phil Mickelson against Tiger Woods. It's something that every sports fan cares about. I don't know that Patrick Mahomes against Jalen Hurts has the same sizzle. We saw it 2 years ago. I just don't think that many people out there are like, hey, you know who a worthy adversary of Patrick Mahomes is? It's Jalen Hurts. Not a shot at Jalen Hurts. Yesterday, if you listen to the show, I said I don't know that there is a worthy adversary for Patrick Mahomes. I think he may well be Michael Jordan. So that's no indictment of Jalen Hurts. I think as close to a worthy adversary as we have been able to uncover, even though he's 0-4 against him, is Josh Allen. People want to see the champ challenged. Not to say Philly can't win. They almost won 2 years ago in Phoenix. Last-second Chiefs win. But I don't feel like if Jalen Hurts wins that people are going to be like, hey, the best quarterback in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, second best Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts not in the top four. I mean, Nick Foles beat Peyton Manning for the Eagles. So a guy who is not on that caliber can win. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying I don't know that the general fan cares as much about Patrick Mahomes against Jalen Hurts as they do about Patrick Mahomes against Josh Allen. And so as I break this down, I don't know that we'll set an all-time record. Maybe I'm wrong. The Chiefs are provoking a lot of love and hate, as dynasties typically do, and as the New England Patriots did back in the day. So maybe that is actually more powerful and more resonant as we sit here, whatever it is, 12 days until the Super Bowl. But I really don't have that sense. I feel like we're not going to have the same amount of sizzle for the Super Bowl as I would expect.